Islam Morris. Um, this is crazy. So I gotta start this like this. And this is the date of Ramadan this year. And this is so important because of when it ends. If we count the days from Sunday as the first day, just know that Saturday is the seventh day. May 23rd is very, very important because of the festival day of St. Corona. The festival day of St. Corona is the 14th of May. But being the 14th, if you add the 1 plus the 4, you get the 5. Being May the 23rd, you add the 2 plus the 3, you get the 5. And Moors, what is Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May? The Day of the Dead? Now, when we deal with Moors, we understand that in a Greco-Roman cosmogony of what Moors are, we are the ones that make you realize death is imminent. But from a more I guess you could say Arabic-esque or uh, Moorish Latin concept of more. It means land, it means mother, it means life. So you can see how the change of through history and people and times, makes stuff appear different. So we'll go through this. Okay. So this right here, the only reason I want to go to this, the patent of the coronavirus, because just to get everybody out of here, as far as saying that this stuff is somewhat real, for it to have a patent, it look since 2014. So they're saying novel coronavirus, but novel means new, something that was new. um well, we'll go to etymology. New, strange, and unusual. There you go. Previously unknown. So if it's previously unknown, right? Novel corona, then how is it in 2014 there was already a patent being what was that? Great Britain was trying to get a patent for it. In Brussels, China, was that Mexico, Australia, Denmark, I don't know who that is, China and US. So, whatever's going on. Whatever, but this is what I noticed about this thing. Because I looked through it a little bit because I wanted to see, what are they even talking about? And this word right here, Morris, melanotropins, caught my attention. And as you know, like any more would do, I had to find what the hell a melanotropin is, if this is one of the classifications of this thing. Now, Morris, this is going to blow your damn mind. Compromising mutation of more structured protein. So this is going to blow your mind. This is what we have for a melanotropin. So we go, and it says a melanotropin is a melanocyte-stimulating hormone. Morris, doesn't that that kind of that sounds like melanin being produced, right? So you got melanocyte-stimulating hormones, known collectively as MSHs, also known as melanotropins or intermeedins, are a family of peptide hormones and neuropeptides. So this is dealing with in the brain. Don't everybody want to talk about neuromelanin and all this stuff? All right, consisting of a melanocyte stimulating hormone. Do remember the movie Get Out, and don't think so spooky about it. Think how it could be done to basically take your body just by injections. But I'll keep reading because I want them to say it, not me. Melanocyte stimulating hormone and melanocyte stimulating hormone. So why that are produced by cells in the pars intermedia of the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Morris, doesn't that sound like some type of a pineal gland reference? Okay. Synthetic analogs such as afamelotide, and melanotan 2, and bremelanotide. So this is a whole new group of melanin, right? Or melanin classifications. Biosynthesis. That means how it acts in the body, right? So we go down here. It says melanocytes in the skin make and secrete MSH in response to ultraviolet light, where it increases synthesis of melanin. Do you get me? Ultraviolet light, sunlight, where it increases synthesis of melanin. This melanocyte helps the increase of melanin, right? Some neurons, so now we're dealing with the brain again, in arcuate nucleus of the hypothalamus make and secrete MSH in response to leptin. So the hypothalamus gland, now we're dealing with exactly what Egypt was talking about, right? The hypothalamus, black dot, all that stuff, right? MSH is also made and secreted in the anterior lobe of the pineal. So we'll go down. Melanocortin. See right here, melanogenesis, right? It stimulates the production and release of melanin, process referred to as melanogenesis, by melanocytes in skin and hair, right? Also deals with the hypothalamus dealing with sexual arousal. Why is that important? Because we skip down and skip down and skip down in in humans, right? So it says an increase of the MSH will cause darker skin in humans too. MSH increases in humans during pregnancy. Whoa. This, along with the increased estrogens, cause increased pigmentation in pregnant women. Now, Amores, if you've been studying like we've been studying, this is crazy right now. Why am I reading this? Like, the only way I found this is by looking at the patent of the so-called corona stuffs, right? Different forms belong to groups called the melanocortins. So keep going. It says a side. So we dealing with skin, a form of skin cancer. So this is dealing with ways to treat it. Treatment. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Alpha melanotide, the brand of Cenas, brand name Cenas, or whatever. Cenas. Who knows how they want to pronounce it, but has been approved for the treatment of the urethropyotic protoporphyria in Europe. So what the heck is that? Let's just see what that is. Okay, wow. So, okay. Abnormal high levels in red blood. So you need the white blood, meaning oh, wow. Too much red blood means they don't have enough white blood cells, and the white blood cells is what carries the so-called mother DNA. The plasma, Morris. That crystal melanin, right? Or that crystal energy, let me say it like that. Because we're going to deal with melanin. Melanin is a whole different thing in my mind now. But we get to the last point that I got in this, and it says additional analog to melanotan-2 causes enhanced libido and erections in most male tested subjects and arousal, and corresponding with genital involvement in most female test subjects. So this is all about, which stems from melanotan, currently under development for its aphrodisiac effects. Morris? So why would this aphrodisiac aiding, hypothalamus aiding, neuron of the mind aiding melanocyte be present in the so-called coronavirus patent? I mean, what? And then when you deal with corona means crown, corona also means sun. And then it also means the top of a flower. It sounds so natural in nature to me. It sounds like this. I'm not even going to put out what I think about this. Y'all just, look at that and just see how it fits in your mind. So now we get into more of the point of this video. And I got to jump in on pictures right quick. So in the pictures, we go, and I'm going to take you guys on the journey. And I think I want to start right here. What is my man doing in the middle of Mickey L, you know what I'm saying? And the chef in the back, Morris. Don't you see the planes next to the chef? We flying high. Trump was not scared. Look like he right at home, smile big on his face. Y'all tell me about that. Tell me something about that. Well, that don't really have anything to do with it. I just want to put that out there for y'all. That's just funny to me. So where do I want to go? I gotta go to this. So this is where we can start. Boom. So this is the feast day of what's it say? Victor and Corona, right? And this is the story of Victor and Corona, but it's talking about the feast day, May 14th, and what she's really the patron of. She's the patron saint of, or saintress of, patroness saint of Corona's, what does it say? Superstition involving money, such as gambling and treasure hunting. Hunting, Moors, hunting. We're going to deal with that hunting word. And superstitions, that's really magic. Okay, so notice the guy got his getting his eyes gouged out. That's Victor. Mother Navi went in on that. How that's similar to Samson and Delilah, but we'll go in because that's this different subject. So right here it says remains believed to be a Victor and Corona have been in the basilica of the city of Anzio, Italy since 9th century. It says again who she's the patron saint of, and that's how she looks. Yeah. So from there, Roman Syria, veneration. Now, right down here at the bottom, it says Otto III around 1000 AD brought Corona's relics to Aachen. So Aachen is in Greece. The funny part about that is that it wasn't just that place. He took what's his name? Charlemagne's bones there too. And look what they say about Charlemagne. And this is in the place, the Aachen's place, how they built it. It depicts Charlemagne's struggle against the Moors. Right? The Palatine Chapel. So we'll go. Oh, there you go, right here. In 1000, Otto III had Charlemagne's vault open, and Lotto of Lomello, one of the courtiers who accompanied him, recorded this event, and whatever. So they put Charles into the stuffs and put some of his stuff in there. The crazy part is that if he was putting him in there in the same year, the mother had to be in the same place. And where is this place? This is the place. And this is the ceiling. And Morris, look at the detail work of what's happening here. You got everybody giving their crown up to so-called Jesus, the four directions or the four elements. And then down here at the bottom part, the guy on the right with his halo is supposed to be Jesus, and then the one on the left is supposed to be Charlemagne receiving his blessing. So if you pay attention to the ones in the front, I think I got a picture of them closer. Look at these two guys, dog. So what are they doing? Are they not selling out to Jesus? I see turbans on. What are you guys doing? So we see the subjugation was true, and you see how dark one of them is. So right here, this building, if you can see it good, yeah, well, that's the only picture I got. But this picture right here is some of the decoration of this Palatine Chapel. Look at the Moorish artwork, Morris. See, look at how it looked like the Alhambra right there, right? Got the sun right up there. And then if you look above the sun, you can see the subjugation of the mother on the tree and the phoenix next to it. So, that's another. Pyrenees Mountains. Y'all Moors know we was going on that, but it says, this is about Charlemagne. It says his realm was ultimately carved up among his three grandsons. West Francia became France, East Francia became Germany, and Middle Francia became the Rhine River, Tuscany, and collapsed into smaller kingdoms, and it was absorbed by his neighbors. That would be us. So, and we took all the rest of that over too. Understand that this is just them taking over our empire, and then when we come and get it back, they try to say the Moorish conquerors. So, Charlemagne at one point established the Marca Hispanica, the Spanish March, as a foray into Moorish Spain, situated into the far northern eastern corner of the peninsula. This defensive frontier primarily served as a buffer between his empire and the lands of Al-Andalus in the south, but it also carried the language and presence of the nascent Christian Europe over the Pyrenees Mountains. So this is the whole story of the so-called Greece, the Grecos, and they were dark-skinned, the Greco, what do you call them, Etruscans and all them. They come over the mountains and meet up with the original Latin people and the Phoenicians and the Berbers, who were calling themselves Carthage at the time. And you already know it's a long history about wars and everything from there. And then this is how you can see Berberis. This is where they get that Berber stuff from. So if it's a Greek tribe, then it shouldn't even be any confusion. See the Barbarian king. So these weren't this is the top of, here we go, Berberis. So the Berberics. It got crazy because if you look at this, it says the father of the Pyrene Berbericus. No, I didn't have it on there, but it's the female version of Berberia, and then it's where they get Barber from. And I think it was a Barbaros. So Barbaros is like the Ross is the name for king or whatever, but empire before it was king, and then Rex was king later. So just the Berber Rex. That's how you would even pronounce it. So this whole thing right here is breaking down that Palatine temple that we looked at, symbolic layer of the octagon, saying that they use 8 as a symbol, the 8th day of the Sunday as the Sabbath. So 8th day. What do you mean the 8th day? There's no such thing as the 8th day, 7 days in a year. So what are they? So this is all about their subjugation of the 7th. You can't have an 8th day. The resurrection of Jesus, which is the kill off of the mother and a rising of Constantine, because that's who it's all about. They saying, it's all about Jesus Christ. They talking about Constantine. So the Carolingian feet, 10 by 10. So, the dynasty of this, the Carolingian dynasty. So look at the door handles or the door knockers, how it's called, Wolf's Door, right? Wolf's Door. Right there, leather, the bronze leather leaves. So this is talking about the pine cone, and this is the only thing in all their measurements that equals 7. So this is how you can tell this is, their subjugation of Moors. The Wolf's Door, weight 4,300 altogether. So this is 7, and the main entrance of the cathedral door. So that's the only thing that's 7. Everything else is 8. So when the 8 right there with the Achin, when you add up 8 and 8, 16 plus 8 is 24. 2 plus 2 times 4 is 8. So there it goes. Like that 8 symbology that we was looking at with Kobe, it was also used by them before for their resurrection symbology. Where do we got? Eternal life. Yeah, and then here it goes. The door rings, and this is at the bottom. The door rings in the shape of lion heads were wreathed by 24, 2 times 12, or 38. Acanthus scrolls, again to be understood as the deepest level through numerology. So you see what these people were using. And it says the Wolf's Door, imitation of the shape of the ancient Rome temple door, signifies Charlemagne's claim to have established a new Rome. So if he's established a new Rome in a place that we look at as Rome today, what was old Rome? So y'all know that is different stuff going on here. This is talk about they were saying they were trying to use convalescent blood. That's another thing. The hill stuff. So back to the whole Wolf's Door. Why is that Wolf's Door important? and the symbology because of this right here. Rhea Shiva is supposed to be the mother of Romulus and Remus, right? The whole mother of the Roman pantheon. Look at what her name really is. Illa? Ilya? So, well, that's kind of funny. Central figure Mars strides over Rhea Silva being put to sleep by Sonus. So the whole thing is they say that Mars impregnated Rhea. So, oh, here we go, right here. When I was saying the Barbarix and the Barbaros and Ray, a different name to say the different name of Rhea, her name becomes Ray, is related to res or regnum. So that's the whole Latin of when they talk about an empire, the or a kingdom, the regnum, aurorum et romanorum, yeah, and then this whole the rest. So this shows you that it was originally the female. It represented the female first. Silva meaning woods and forests. See, now we bring it into trees and stuff like that. That's important. That's important. Why trees are important. We'll get to that. But this right here shows you that she's also the she-wolf. So Rhea Shiva. And then look where they found the torso at in 1988, which is one of their codes, Spain, that was rediscovered in Cartagena. Oh, so they found the Roman stuff in Cartagena? Okay, well, we know. So it just shows you the descendancy of their reigns. And so they call her the Vestal Virgin. So understand that this is one of the early versions of what you would have the Virgin Mary, just like how they did with what's her name, Elizabeth, of Spain. They call her the Virgin Mary. This lady, same thing, but this is more of a subjugation of the woman, because see how it says Ray, which defines as culprit. That means that they were trying to say that like her name means to get raped. Basically, they took her, they took Rhea from meaning Illa to mean the one who was raped, which he defines as culprit, in reference talking about the taking of virginity of a Vestal Virgin. So see, now she's not the virgin no more because somebody raped her. Ain't that some subjugating stuff? It reminds me of something. But then look who the raper is down here at the bottom. Mars. You understand? Mars is Mars, but you already know. So from this so-called rape impregnated by Mars, the Roman god of war, the twins she had were considered half divine. So that is very important, Morris, when we think about the kings of Rome and all that stuff, and how they're men that don't have any connection to the mothers. They are all patriarchal. And then they say that they're the only ones that have this divine connection to the male god. Well, see, that's half divine right there. That's half divine. What about the connection to the mother? Because the mother has to put the son here, right? They hide their connection to the mother, and then they be public with their connection to the son. So you can see here at the bottom, it says they returned to the throne of Alba Longa to Numitor. That's a old name for Rome, Alba Longa. And then think about it, Morris. Alba, like Albion, right? So from in the Roman kingdom, and you do know back then. Well, see right there, that's the Roman Lucius Junius Brutus. So that's how he looked. Then I don't think the Roman Republic was too light like that. The Roman poet Virgil recounted this legend in his classical epic of a poem named Aeneid. That's funny. That's funny. That name is very close to another Aeneid, do we know? Later for that. According to the poem, the Alban kings were descended from the Aeneas, and thus Romulus, the founder of Rome, was his descendant. You can't do that. What about his mother? How did he find Rome if his mother was Rhea? Illa. Well, So you see, back then, the Etruscans were running around in Etruria, right? So it wasn't any Greeks yet. So this will show you who was really running around. Etruscan painting with leopards, but that painting's been touched up. You see the Palatine Hill, the Latin tribe on top of the Palatine Hill. Ain't that same location where that chapel was at? So it goes all the way back. So these people were fighting to guard the royal palace, the Regia, and the complex of the Vestal Virgins. So kings of Alba Longa, or Alban kings, a series of Latinum. So Latinum is the old area where Latin people come from. The so-called, what do you call them, aboriginals of Albatum. I mean, Latinum was the Latins, Latium. Okay, so this right here, because now we got another 8. So when you find this one, you see that there's a painting that shows Aeneas in armor, guy right there, awarding laurels to the winner of a race. He rules jointly on the same dais with Latinus, like so on the same status. Look at the Moor in the background. Why are they not talking about him? So keep going. So either way, the Moors was there. So you deal with king of Latinum. When Aeneas and the Trojan refugees landed on the shores of Laurentian plains, they encountered the Latins, led by the eponymous king Latinus. The Latins were aborigines. Stop, hold up, wait right there, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that aborigines, original inhabitants of Latinum, that comes way before anything of so-called Los Indios? You gotta be Latin first. You gotta be Latin before you be Aborigine. Gotta be Latin. That's so funny. So we keep going. Third Rome, Morris. So you know how they had New Rome? They from New Rome, they had a first, second, and then a third Rome, Morris. Hypothetical successor of the Roman Empire via the Byzantine Empire or the Holy Roman Empire. See the 3 Romes? All subjugations. Who we got? 800. So another 8 code on the title of the Emperor of Romans was granted to Charlemagne by Pope Leo III. The word holy, often retroactively applied to all emperors since Charlemagne, was added to the reign of the Emperor Frederick I of Barbarossa. So understand that the holiness, all that stuff, that's just talking about Charlemagne. Their God is Charlemagne. Who is this? Who is this? This is Solomon, right? The Al-Arabi. Look when he came, 777, right? The Arab Wali. So he comes, and when you read the story or whatever, he has a whole fight with Charlemagne, or before they have a fight, he agrees to give some of his guards to Charlemagne to help Charlemagne fight in the war. So I'm like, wait, that's a sellout. What's going on? But then some crazy way, it's like he spun him or something, because after he gets captured by Charlemagne, his young bulls come, like his sons. Right here it says the children of Charlemagne, Asun al-Arabi and Matrun al-Arabi collaborated with the Bosques which resulted in the release of their father. So they went and got him out. So I think that was just all a spin to shut down their empire or shut down their stuff. Because look at this little stuff. Casualties and losses, right? It say Charlemagne and Roland versus Lupo II and Solomon al-Arabi, right? But when you look at the casualties, it was unknown who lost in the Bosques. But when it comes to the Franks, all men in the rear guard were killed. So you got to read, because they won't tell you everything. The rear guard of the Frankish lords was cut off, stood as grove, and was wiped out. Yeah. So Among these killed in the battle was a relative of the obscure Frankish commander, Roland. So they was just rocking out, and then they get to this. So I want to show y'all something. Look at how in the Basques, it wasn't just them. It was the Basques, the Latins, and people from the Moorish Empire, like Solimene, right? This is how this can work, right? What are we looking at? The Reconvo Pass in the Pyrenees, where that resulted in a Basque victory, Basque yacht, right? Understand that this business can work. We just got to be wise in our dealings and let stuff that don't have nothing to do with us pass. So we keep going. Here we go into the art of the Buddha. So this is to show you that our matriarchal culture and our lineage, it goes all over the world. And if you go west, my son, and then keep going over west, my son, and end up in somewhere called the Lemuri Kingdom over there in Thailand, in Indonesia stuffs, you see stuff like this. Big lips, big nose, fezon. Boom. What's that? Huh? Oh, so he got the dreads going on, right? He looked like somebody today. Forearms going on, so it's a Shiva reference. Mama. Oh no, that's the male version because you don't see the breast. So understand that these deities had both emanations because it's masculine energy from a feminine force. When we'll get to that, we'll get to the force and all that. Ooh, yeah, I never seen nothing like this. Why he look like us, right? You know how we look in America, like how we got a certain look. We don't look African. We don't look too, Indian like that. We got this distinct look. We don't look like nobody else in the world. He bears that look. You see it? See the big nose and the lips? You see that? You never seen that. Y'all been looking in Africa too much. Oh, mama. Mama in her nation. Do you see the fez, Moors? Do you see it fezzed up, right? Right? Got the ute on his square, on his totem, going in. These are emanations of spirits all around. She got serpents and bushes coming all out of everything. Look at this. That's how we look. Look at the ears. So sad. It's like she's becoming real. That's how it always happens. Three-headed deities. And that's another thing we're going to deal with. The triple goddess emanation that took place all through time. She holding a tassel, or she has her hand on a tassel. What? No cat of nine tails whipping me. Oh, ain't this great. Now, he got his Moabite folded up on his lap. This essence. What is this? Nobody knows. Look at all of this. Look at the children. Nobody knows what this is, more. It's been so long since they showed us. We think it's Africa, but we got so much stuff over here that bears our resemblance. We don't gotta go anywhere else. Whoa. Every time it happens. So these are the mothers going all in. You see her tall fez. They kind of broke her nose off. But you see all the little mamas down there. And see these wheels they holding? Those wheels are the code of the universe. And they all got them. That don't look like say Q. Yeah, I mean. So all the way crazy. So oh yeah, the conch shells, Morris. Where are conch shells indigenous to? Look at the tassel coming out of the front of the wheel, Morris. Understand tassels represent the stars. Man, later for that. Look at this conch shell. Conch shells are indigenous to where? Caribbeans, Bahamas, right? Boom. Got another one. Look at the mamas. See how mamas is different? She got the whole nation going on around her. Everybody fezzed up. Mama fezzed up there taking that sacrifice. You know what I mean? This is real. This ain't the fake stuff. There we go. And here we go with the Vishnuism. Do you see the same mirror on the wall? No, that's not a mirror. That's the energy device. Oh my goodness. Another energy device with a tassel hanging from it. I can't even lie to y'all. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. This is the another power device. But the Catholics took that and now they put water in the ends of it and throw water on people. But that's not, all of this stuff. Look at her arms, all the shells. I mean, where do you this type of stuff? Look at the little Ganeshes, all right? Everybody fezzed up, Morris. Oh, see, um, Hanneman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you count the row under her, that's 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you all the way on the bottom. So as you see from this symbology, we stand above the 8, Morris. We see this is us. This is us. See, this is us as Morris sitting down, getting the energy from the mothers. See, that's all the that's the 7. That's the 7 symbols. Morris, understand the Joshin pillar, which is Hanneman, and the Boaz pillar. And who is that? I don't even know. But you see the dang serpent on the head. This is divinity. This is divinity like crazy. That's probably the serpent deity. I can't remember its name now because they got a lot of crazy names. And this guy right here, I love the green. Look at this sleeping deity right there. That nigga look like, that's crazy. What is going on, bro? Trying to put his fez back together. Look at that. Okay, so see this creature he on, right? That creature with the wings and then look um like dog arms. That's the griffins the Mother Khalifa used to have over here, and all them know all about Kali. Look at this dude, bro. Look at him. You know what's behind him? The serpents. Those are the serpents, the Naga serpents. And this is what they got on top of a building. Look, look, look. Mata Kalama nigga. Mata Kalama nigga. Mata Kalama nigga. Not to call him a nigga, but I say Mata Kalama nigga. Y'all see that, bro? Am I tripping? That say that right there at the bottom. Mata Kalama nigga. Bro, I'm going to the next one on that. So this is a deity also symbolizing the ferociousness of that God genius in us, the mother energy. So understand the mother behind you, and this is what you do in action for the mother. Tear them up. Tear them up. Understand, Morris? It's all about the chaos. You don't know. And then in there is the soul. The body don't mean nothing. He looking for his soul. If it's still any left. These people get wicked down here on earth. Now look at this here. Mothers all day long, Morris. What are you talking about? Look at how she look. Y'all look, man. Mirror on the wall. Ooh. Ooh. What you know about the Buddha with that type of coil, right? He got a cape on too, Morris. He got a cape. So I'm just saying cape, man. Cape work. And here we go, another Vishnu. Tall as another Vishnu. Tall as stuff is going on. Sashes and everything is going on. He got his conch. I mean, more deities. And this is another Vishnu. Notice the looks. And this right here. Now, this is the hunter. The hunter mothers, right? This thing is like $40,000. Understand that this is how mothers used to dress every day, like just to walk the dog or just to. I mean, this mother was walking the dog. I'm gonna show you how dope this stuff is. How she got the darn checkerboard like scarf, the turban tied crazy with some decoration in it. You see her hair all long, don't care. And under her garment, like she dressed crazy. It's another mother with the shield and the bird. You know, I never seen nothing like this before. This is the Moorish mother. Look at her pants, yo. How come her pants ain't tight? Like these people be walking around with tight pants. Mother's got baggy pants, man. Baggy pants, Morris. Pantaloons. I mean, and what's they called? Shakara. Well, I think I got it in here, but it's like Cheshire trousers, and Tresor means hunter, so hunter trousers. Look at the mother's hand on the darn dog grip, Morris. Look at her red and green. Look at her darn pants. Her pants are striped red and green. Look like she got on Gucci. This is way before Gucci. Satchel is even gold. Everything is gold, Morris. This is crazy. Mother's just to walk the dog, yo. Why you to walk the dog? That's how you're out there. Why? Oh yeah, you know the Europeans was pissed. That they come on, bro. Look at the dog. That's the dog of now. Mother got everything for you. Her clothes probably cost more than we got now. She's standing on the square. Morris, oh my gosh. Prophet, how do you do this? Anubis next to her. And she's standing on her square, Morris. That's 90 degrees. What is happening? What is happening here? This was made before any of us was born. Like, what the fuck? Excuse the Morris Latin. But dang, man. Other mother on the square hard, though. That's crazy, Morris. That is really crazy. Well, at least we know where Noble Drawley was trying to take the mother to. Now we seeing her stand up. You see her? Do you see her? Do you see her? Now watch who these women are, Morris. That woman right here, this woman, they symbolize her in all these stories. This is Artemis, the hunter. That's Artemis, the hunter, because the Artemis always had the dogs with her. And this warrior queen right here, this is Diana. There's another mother's, right? So now we go in a little bit about this old Diana stuff and how they subjugated the woman. So huge Moorish hunter antique bronze sculpture composition. Look how much it costs, Morris. Hefty. Mother's still worth more than anything today, and that's not even a real mother. That's just some sculpture. Think about the real thing. They want $40,000 for the sculpture. Man, there you go, alarm. So this is who is this? This is Artemis. Yeah, it's Artemis standing on top of the pillar. Understand all the symbology. Then this is her with her dog. You can see the dog, and it's kind of hard to get to there, but you see the dog right there popping up. Little dog going on. So you see a turban and everything going on. Her hair look a little coily. They knocked her nose off, so we already know how Artemis look. There she go with her dog. You know what I'm saying? Artemis. So this is the Europeans' adaptation of what was real. And you see the moon on her head. Nike. No, that's later. So this right here, this is where we're trying to get to. The Moirai. Who are the Moirai? Moirai means in ancient Greek lots, destinies, apparitioners, often known as the English fates. The Moirai, the Moirai, right? The Moirai. Obsolete. Why is it obsolete now? Were the white-robed incarnations of destiny. Their Roman equivalent was the Parse. euphemistically the sparring ones, right? Or the sparing ones. So this, there are other equivalent in cultures of Indo-European. So Cloitho, the spinner, Luscious, a latter, a latter, Lachesis, right? A latter, and Atropops is unturnable, the metaphor for death. Understand, Moors? Now, these are the sisters of fate, or the Morai. Their parents are Kronos and Anarchy. Anarchy? This is about to get real. So you got, there's a Clotho, California somehow over here. That's funny. Erebus. No, that's later. Next. No. So we get to, is this the Nados? Wanted to go to their parents, but if you go to, oh, here she is, Anarchy. So this is real deep because it says the laws of nature, right? Anarchy is a self-forming being who emerged at the dawn of creation with the incorporeal serpentine form, her outstretched arms encompassing the cosmos. What? Whoa. Anarchy and Kronos are mates, mingling together in serpent form as a tie around the universe. Morris, don't you know the Ouroboros? This is supposed to be Anarchy and Kronos, but she's the female gate. He just represents the time of it, or the sequence of the cycles. So that's just crazy. Again, another aspect of the mother, and then her energy is based off some male that they created. So together they crushed the primal egg of creation, of which constitute parts of constituent parts became earth, heaven and sea to form the ordered universe. Anarchy is the mother, another identity of Artistry, the distributor of rewards and punishments. So understand now the rewards, right? The distributor of rewards. So when we think about Saint Corona, and she's the patron saint of, treasure hunting, this is the one who this is the reward or punishment for that hunting. Because sometimes you don't get the treasure, you get the punishment, or you get trapped up in some stuff, some Indiana Jones stuff. It's just talking about the way the cosmos moves, blessings and punishments and rewards, Saturn, Jupiter type stuff. Anarchy is derived from the common ancient Greek noun meaning force, constraint, or necessity, right? So she is the force. So when it's like, oh, may the force be with you, they saying may the mother Anarchy be with you. And then think about it, Anakin Skywalker, but Anarchy means the force. Yeah. Even the gods don't fight against Anarchy. See, let's talk about going in there. By force, fight. So to fight or force, by force. Ancient Greek literature, the word also means fate, destiny. So fate by demons or by the gods. Extension of the compulsion of torture by a superior. See, they take it from the cosmos and make it real quick. She appears often in poetry, and even the gods don't fight with Anarchy. So saying she ain't nothing to be joked with. The gods don't fight with his mother. Okay. So we go to this John. Oh, we already did that. So this is back to, now this is Anarchy, the mother of Artistry, the distributor of rewards and punishment. And it's like she's the mother of the Morai, Anarchy, right? But that's when I was saying Kronos and Anarchy. So that's the mother. She's the mother of the Morai. But then it's a mother of all of them called Aphrodite Urania. We're going to get to her. But Anarchy, it says the ruler of the three Morai. Oh, this is talking about Aphrodite Urania. I think they include Anarchy. Oh, you can't say Urania, illustrious, laughter-loving queen, sea-born, night-loving, of awful mien, crafty, from whom Anarchy first came, producing nightly all connecting dame. See, it's all about the darkness. 'Tis thine the world with harmony to joy, for all things sprang from thee, or spring from thee. O power divine, the triple Morai are ruled by the decree, and all productions yield alike to thee, Ulfric him. So that sounds Moorish, not gonna lie. All the rhyming and stuff, and all the power given back to the mothers. And the fact that they're called Morai is just crazy. So, no, I'm not gonna go on that one. We deal with this one. It's showing the depiction of Anarchy over top of the three Morai, and then over top of her is that one we just read, Aphrodite Uranus. So seems that the Morai are related with Teakmore, proof and ordinance. So proof and ordinance is Teakmore. Okay, Morai, Teakmore, or Techmore. And with the Anarchy being destiny and necessity, who were the primeval goddesses in mythological cosmogonies. And the ancient Greek writers might call this power Morai or Anarchy. Even the gods could not alter that which was ordained. So it says, to the Morai, the fates, the might of Zeus must bow. So even Zeus, Jesus has to bow to these mothers. And by the immortals, imposed all these things had come to pass, or by the Morai's ordinances. So when you watch the movie, the Immortals, when they actually have these dark-skinned things in a cage to tear up everything, they have to listen to what the Morai say. They can't. So when Zeus released the Kraken, it's about what the Morai wants before it's Zeus. So look at the concept of the universal principle of the natural order of balance and how it has been compared to similar concepts in other cultures like the Vedic Rita, right? The Avestan Asha, or the Arta, I like to say Ashe, right? And the Egyptian Ma'at. So this is crazy. Indeed, is justice, divine retribution. So this is crazy. Another artist goddess, right? And then it's going to tie in crazy. We already got the Teakmore out of there. So, yeah, it's still Teakmore. Oh, now this part is crazy. When you deal with the etymology of Moriah or Mora, you get Meros, right? Part lot, and Moros, meaning fate or doom. Latin, meritum, reward. English, merit, derived from the Pi root, smur, or mur, to allot, assign. Moriah may mean, or Mora may mean a portion or share in distribution of booty, equal booty. Portion in life, lot, destiny. Morion, Athekan, Athanatoi. The immortals fix the destiny. Death, Mora, Thanatoio, death, destiny of death. Portion of distributed land, Morris. Portion of distributed land. So now they're telling us that Morai, or Mora, is the mothers, and it means land. There's only one people I've ever heard say that mothers mean land, and that's the Moros. But that means fate and doom to them. So what? So see how it means both? Either you good or you bad. You got to pick your side with these people. Are you God or you a slave? Like, it's saying it right here for you. Like, and then it say, once you connect back to a lot, right, you get your lot back. But it's funny how ancient Greek ain't calling Lot no man from the Bible. It's mothers. So now when you think of Lot being a female triplet, triple females, right? Or the Morai, meaning Lot. So this is the triple females. It would be one female symbolizing the land itself, and then the two females symbolizing the two daughters of Lot. Do you know that one of these sisters is named Asia? We'll get to that. So portion distributed land. It seems that originally the word Moria did not intend did not indicate destiny, but included ascertainment or proof. That's declaration, Morse. That's proclamation, proving who you are. A non-abstract certainty, the word daemon, which was an agent related to unexpected events, came to be similar to the word mora. So look, Moors, they made daemon or demon the same word as more or mora when it was feminine. See, that's how you could tell that all of this stuff is subjugated when you start talking about Satan worship and devil this. They just talking about the mothers, and they saying it right here from Greece. This agent or cause against human control might also called Tachi, chance, fate, Tachi, Moors. That's crazy. You mistress Mora and Tachi and my demon. The word nomos, law, may have meant originally a portion or lot, as the verb namin, to distribute. And thus natural lot came to mean natural law, Morris. And the word dike means justice, Morris. What? Conveyed the notion that someone should stay within his own specified boundaries, respecting the ones of his neighbor. Don't that sound like what the damn Prophet Muhammad said? If the plague comes to a place that you're in, don't leave from it. Don't run. It say it right here. Your own specified boundaries, respecting those of your neighbors. That sounds like one of the 10 Commandments too, right? So why is this in the ancient natural law of justice, right? The nomos. Oh no, they try and give you a Bible. They try and subjugate you with the Bible, but it says it in things that predate that. If someone broke his boundaries, thus getting more than his ordained part, then he would be punished by law. So this is all this stuff that they try to say, oh, the Moors got more than they, this and that. The Moors, as we see, means the land itself. So you can't say what a Moor can't get. Anybody that's not Moors can't get. Because they are ordained parts and portions. That's why they have male gods. They said, oh, you only can be over here, and you only can be over here. Some male god telling you where you could be. But his mother said you could be where? Oh, he ain't tell you about her. So by extension, Mora was one portion or part. See, part and parcel, Morris. Wow. One portion or part in destiny, which consisted of good and bad moments, as was predetermined by the Moria or fates, the Morai. And it was possible for anyone, hold on, and it was impossible for anyone to get more than his ordained part. So the modern Greek word became to mean destiny, right? So understand this. Now, somebody, when you hear the word city ordinance, they're taking this whole thing, going with all that natural law, and then coloring it up. Because there's no such thing as a city ordinance. It's definitely a Moria ordinance, right? Literally, ain't no such thing as no city ordinance, or else it would be in here. They would have literally broke down what city is called and all that, you know, and which deity represented it when it comes to the goddesses. But anyway, demon, right? We went past that word. Is the Latin word, right? For ancient Greek, daemon, right? Daemon. What does that mean? God, godlike, power, fate, huh? So daemon means God, and godlike, power, fate. So the godlike part is that you're like the fates. You're like the mothers. You're like them because what do? They pull stuff down from the cosmos. Daemon. See how they separate the day from the mon? Daemon. Provider, divider, right? Of fortunes and destinies. So you divide the fortunes up. You provide the fortunes and destinies to people. The root day, to divide. Daemons were possibly seen as souls of men of the golden age, acting as tutelary deities, according to the entry of Liddell Scott. So they saying that the souls of men back in the day, when they called them daemons, was looked at as teachers to people that would come and learn. So this is crazy. Daemon don't sound like nothing that's supposed to be evil. Sounds like something godlike, powerful, and fate. You need fate to get to fruition, hope, all that, right? To divide the fortunes and destinies out. That's why they don't like it. It's the fact that you're talking about destinies and fortunes of people who don't study. They won't know where you're getting that from. How'd you think about that? How'd you get that? Anyway, we go down from the destiny. And we see that the next thing they talk about is Kismet. What was Kismet? The predetermined course of events in Muslim traditions. Wow. So we go from Greece to Muslim. How does that work, Morris? Well, Muslim traditions seen as similar etymology and function. Arabic kisma, lot, kasama, to divide, a lot, right? A lot. Arabic, a lot. Development to mean fate or destiny as a loan word, kesmat, fate, appeared in Persian, whence in Urdu language, eventually in English, kismet. Reminds me of Kemet. Fate, more. So you can't come from fate. It's just what it was. And then it also means lot. So yeah, the fate that we had in our mothers made our lots grander back in the day. Literally Granada back in the day. So don't talk about Kismat and Kemet unless you understand what it means. The lot. So do we already deal with her? Yeah, we already dealt with all that. So Hore, or the Horai, or the hours, right? So you got the Morai and you got the Horai, or hours. So you know how we got Horus, Horai, right? It came from mothers before it was that son. It was the mothers first. Oh, hour means year? Come on, Morris. Hooray. Like hooray. That means a year? Seasons, Morris? There's 4 of them. They represent the seasons. So these are the sisters of the Morai. Do you know how crazy that is? Look what else the Morai are. Asteroids? Well, we can't make this stuff up. And I know the mother's gonna love that, the fact that they asteroids. I mean, Shakespeare's Macbeth, they call them the weird sisters. And this is where we deal with the witchcraft, right? Hecate, the Catholic, the chthonic Greek goddess associated with magic and witchcraft, necromancy, and 3-way crossroads. That's what I'm saying, Morris. And now look where it go back to. Appears to be the master of the 3 witches in ancient Greek religion. Hecate was the goddess of childbirth, is identified with Artemis. It goes back to Artemis. It got to go back to Artemis. She was related in the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. So we go to Hindi too. See? It goes back where we got to take it back to. The Lima is personification of destiny. And her most important duty was prophecy, how the life of a newborn will take place. That's crazy, Morris. That is crazy. Mothers was really, really, man, no, this is crazy. So, Morta, equivalent to the Roman Morta, the dead one. Okay, this is the one I was talking about, the man Asia Morris. The one that represents the dead one, it says inexorable and inevitable, literally unturning. So she don't mean death. She just means the unchanging events that must take place. People must die. You got to be born, you must die. So she just represents that final destination type stuff. Not the killing and all of it, just the fact you can't escape it. Inevitable, right? Sometimes called Asa. So this is that stuff where y'all say Asia and all that. That's what this is about. Now, look at where it goes back to. Republic of Plato, the Syrians. Okay, that's later. So it says, he caused them to send their sisters the hours eumonia. Hours eumonia. Now, ain't that EU? Don't that remind you of eumelanin? Eunomia, right? Hours. Oh, the 3 hours, right? That's one of their names. Eunomia. So that sounds like melanin to me, but it means lawfulness, right? So it gets deep. Deke or DK means right or justice. And then Irene, like Hurricane Irene means peace, actually, to stop interval civil strife. So what is going on? We got lawfulness, we got peace, justice going on. Only thing I ain't show y'all yet is love and freedom. So Asia, that's when I actually call her Asia. They're the daughters of the night. So listen, fates, who sit nearest to God, the throne of Zeus, and weave with shuttles of adamant and inescapable devices for councils of every kind beyond counting. Asia, Cloitho, and Lachesis, find armed daughters of the night, hearken to our prayers, all terrible goddesses, the sky and earth, of sky and earth. Send us rose blossom lawfulness, and her sisters on glittering thrones, right and crowned peace, and make this city forget the misfortunes which lie heavily on her heart. Moors. That sound like man. That sound like what's going down right now. Right? Look at the three mothers standing on top of the mother who's passed. Right? Says the relative Minoan goddess were named Dictina, later identified with Artemis. So even that's Artemis. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's all going back to and I see a little Dane stuff going on, but not later for that. But it's all going back to Artemis. Chloe, though, that you've seen, that was California. And then look, the statue in Druid Ridge Cemetery near Baltimore, Maryland, used to be bronze, now it's green. Whole other joke. So that's seen that already. So this thing now, this whole thing, this whole Aphrodite of Urania. And look what she is standing upon. Aphrodite on a tortoise. You know what this means, right? This means Aphrodite Urania is really the representation of Turtle Island. Why would they call her an island? Why would they not just say Great Mother or Mother Earth? We are about to break this thing in two. Urania, right? Aphrodite Urania was an epithet of the Greek goddess Aphrodite, signifying heavenly or spiritual. To distinguish her from more earthly aspect of Aphrodite, Pandemos, right? Aphrodite for all the people, right? Were the two used mostly in literature to differentiate the more celestial love of body and soul from purely physical lust. Wow. Oh, man, that's crazy. So Plato represented her as a daughter of the Greek god Uranus, conceived and born without a mother. Damn. What? From a man? Don't see this. That means she was self-created. Don't do me like that. She was self-created. So according to Hesiod, she was born from severed genitals of Uranus and emerged from the sea foam. Yeah, exactly. She was self-formed. Talk about severed. More, she did it herself. Talk about something going on here. According to Herodotus, the Arabs called this aspect of the goddess Alita, the goddess of free love. Now we got the love in there, right? Alita or Aliat. Uh-oh. Alilat? Alilat? Does that say Alilat? Al-Ilat? Is that what that say? Alita? Y'all know that movie with that that European thing that looked like she like half machine, that big sword, she be tearing up everything. It's called Alita. Well, what were they talking about? Before I go to it, the most distinctively Western Asian title, Morris. So where they just take us? Did they take us back home? Western Asia is America. Okay, more. I think we just went home. You gotta look at the heart map, free love map. You know what I mean? The heart map will show you. Most distinctively, Western Asia title of the Greek Aphrodite is Urania, Semitic queen of the heavens. So this is crazy. Western Asia is Semitic too? Oh, it seems like everybody's Semitic, but the people who say that everything is anti-Semitic. We'll get to that later too. We'll get to that. I seen some stuff about I seen Jay Electronica had dropped the album. He killed it, then what's his name? Rosenberg was a little tight about that. He said something about the synagogue of Satan. I was like, why are you mad at him when that's in the Bible? Are you mad at the Bible? It's like, fight the Bible. Don't fight us. But Queen of the Heavens. And it has been explained by the reference of the lunar character of the goddess. So it's funny. Wow. Her lunar aspect represents her as the Queen of the Heavens, but more probably signifies she whose seat is in heaven. Once she exercises her sway over the whole world, earth, sea, air alike. So there you go, Morris. Power. Oh, a lot, right? A lot too. A lot. So it's pre-Islamic. So watch this, Morris. How is a lot pre-Islamic? Do you understand what's happening here? This is the pre-Islam stuff going on. Arabian goddess. Before it was Islam. So what was it before Islam? Moors. This is talking about when they used to call Moors, Muslims, all synonymous stuff. But it was before Islam. Worshipped under various associations throughout the entire peninsula, including Mecca, where she was worshipped alongside Manat and Al-Uzza. The word Allah or Elah is used to refer to the various goddesses of the ancient Near East, including the goddess Ashira Athera. Yo, here we go. Ashira. Islamic religion is the mother goddess, a mother goddess. Oh, no, this is the mother goddess. Why? About to show y'all. Whoa. Middle East, formerly Jerusalem. Well, who changed it? This is crazy. Offspring, 70 sons, or 77 or 88 sons. What? 8 what? 8 now, 8 what? Because the mother just shut it down. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 7. So what's going on? 777 connection after that 8, and then 70. This is deep. Look at who her consorts are, or her consorts are. El Bao, El Kun, Irsa, Akunisa, Yahweh, Amoru, Anu, right? And Asor. Ain't Asor another way to say Osiris? This is crazy. Every deity that you think is male came from this lady, yo. So how can she be their consort and not their mother? Hey, you Israelites, your mother's right here. Hey, you Canaanite people that don't want to be Canaanites, but you're Israelite Hebrew stuff. This is your mother. Hey, all the what do you call it? Muslims. It's your mother's right here. She's here. Hey, all you Jew guys, people, Jerusalem people. Oh, well, no. The people who say that they're all from the one tribe of Judah, but then they claim all the tribes. And they say Jew, but Jew is just people from Judah. This is your mother. Why are you not bringing her up? Subjugation of the mother. Sin. What a sin. So the Asherah pole is a sacred tree. Oh my goodness. Here we go with the trees. So I was saying, look at the symbologies, right? Sacred tree or pole that stood near Canaanite religious locations to honor the Ugaritic mother goddess Asherah, consort of El, right? Mother of El. You know the place of the ills is Sheikh Mexon? Well, later for that. The relation of the literary references to an Asherah and archaeological find in the Judean pillars or pillar figurines has engendered a literature of debate. Of course, it's debate because they didn't want their stuff to fall, but it has to go back to the mother, so it must fall if it's not the mother. The Asherim were also called objects related to the worship of the fertility goddess Asherah. They was trying to hide all of that. What? Consort or either Baal or, as inscriptions from the Kuntilet, Ajaru, and the Kirbet el Kayon So look, this is that word El Kion. Don't that remind you of Yama Kiyam, the day of Yama Kion, right? Kion, a test, Yahweh, and thus the objects and contentions among the competing cults and translations of the Hebrew Bible that render the Hebrew Asherim into English as Asherah poles. So the Asherims were the Asherah poles. The insertion of pole begs the question of setting up unwarranted expectations for such wooden object. Wow, that sounds like a cross to me. Where we were never told exactly what it was. Observes John Day. His last name was Day. And there with that dude, that's why is your last name Day. So it's crazy how Osiris's spine is represented by the Jed pillar. The mother Asherim or Asherah has all this pole symbology, and then it's funny because don't the Egyptians talk about a tekken as a pole representing the male phallus? Well, why is there a pole that represents the female? Everybody gets shot in the face. Can't do that. Can't do that. Everybody gets shot in the face. We already dealt with Destiny in Asia. All right, double quote though. Anima Mundi. This is another name for the mother. Aphrodite, right? So it says the world soul, right? Anima Mundi is according to several systems of throughout the intrinsic connection between all living things on the planet, which relates to the world in much the same way as the soul connected to the human body. So now we take a lot to a whole nother level. See, she's the world soul. It's talking about how Noble Drew Ali explained it. The mother is the higher self, right? Higher self is the mother. It said right here, right? They call it Anima Mundi or Anima Mundi, right? Look at what they say in the Jewish aspirations of everything. So this is for all the people to say, oh, I'm Jewish and this is okay. This is what the Jews say. In Jewish mysticism, a parallel concept is that of Shokma Elah. Why is it Shokma Elah? The encompassing natural or supernal wisdom that transcends orders and vitalizes all creation. That sounds just like Noble Drew Ali's description of the mother when we deal with the 101s. Higher self, Morris. Shokma Ilah. That's what they call it. So Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, Nachman of Breslov. You got to be kidding me. States that this sublime wisdom may be apprehended or perhaps channeled. So you can cosmically channel it, okay? By a perfect tzaddik, holy man. So a holy man could do it. What about the woman? What are you talking about? Cosmic consciousness, so awareness of the mother, that's what's hype. You're hype about that. And thus is empowered to mitigate all division and conflict within creation. So see what they are secretly taking the mother aspiration of Shokma Ilah, because Shokma Ilah is the right side of the Kabbalah, which is the mercy pillar, back to Boaz, right? The husband of Ruth. So Hecate, this is the mother dealing with the the magic. We already did enough for her. Crossroads. So this is another show you that when they talk about the trickster deity and the devil is the one that meets you at the crossroads. That's Hecate. That's Hecate. That's a mother. Ain't no god. If it's a dude there, she's playing sorcery on you and changing her appearance to be a man. What did it say? She is variously associated with crossroads, entranceways, light, magic, witchcraft, knowledge of herbs and poisonous plants. Mars. Come on, Mars. This is deep. This is deep. You can't do that. Shoot. So keep going. So this is Diana now. Now we deal with Diana because we dealt with Artemis. Now we deal with Diana. Diana is dealing with the society of her. Diana or Hecate. Okay. Diana is Hecate. That's what it was. And then when you deal with the Hecate version, that's where you get Hag and Hex from. To a witch, the name Hecate. Right down there, say 17th century to 19th century, connecting Hag, Hex to witch. to the name of Hecate, you know, the jinx, right? The trickster stuff happening, right? A medieval commentator has suggested a link between connecting the word jinx with Hecate. The Byzantine polymath Michael Psellus speaks of a bull roarer consisting of a golden sphere decorated throughout with symbols and swirled on an oxhide thong. Wow. He adds that this instrument is called the eunuchs or the jinx. Eunuchs or jinx. Yeah, that's crazy. But as the significance says only that it is the ineffable and that the ritual is sacred to Hecate. So that's crazy. When I seen the effable, it reminded me of the affable one with Tanner. So that's later. I post that. But the second century traveler, Pausanias, stated that Hecate was the first depiction of the sculpture Alcamenes. Alchemy. So it's funny. His name is damn Alchemy. Temple of the Wingless Nike in Athens. Hecatecia. Oh, here we go. The mythology surrounding Diana grew to include a consort, Lucifer, and a daughter, Aradia. Figures sometimes recognized in modern figures. So how do you make her husband or her consort Lucifer? How does that work when Lucifer is supposed to be the fallen mother? That's where they got it from. So it's Diana before Lucifer. Oh, here it go, right on top. Equivalent to Diana, Artemis, and Hecate, right? So this is all the same woman. This is all the same other energy. Artemis, the hunter, right? Modern Lucifer. Oh, and Apollo. So understand that Apollo and Lucifer are the same person. So when Jesus comes back in a revelation, he comes back as Lucifer, killing up everything, right? On the pale white horse. He's called Death on the horse, Morris. And then what would Death be called when you deal with Roman cosmology? More. In the ancient, medieval, or modern periods, Diana has been considered a triple deity, Morris. See, now we deal with the triple deity stuff. Merged with the goddesses of the moon, Luna and Selena. In the underworld, usually with Hecate or Hecate. So this is crazy. The underworld, all that stuff about the hell and all that stuff. So now they got the mother in the underworld with Lucifer. Well, damn, now I know who the devil is. Diana. Dirty Diana. That's what it was about. Oh, this guy. But it was all about Dirty Diana. Above the head of Zeus was the Hora and the Mora. I already dealt with that. Dirty Diana. So we deal with Diana, the etymology Diana. And what is it? Developed from an ancient Dios, corresponding to later Divas, Deus, Lus, Dios, Fidius, Die, Dia, right? Diem, sky, Moors, bright sky, same word also on the root of the Vedic sky god, Deus, as well as the Latin words Deus, God, dies, day, daylight, and Dorinus, daily, more. So, you know, how does Diana bear the title day? Diana and the moon as one and the same. The moon, Luna, is so-called the verb to shine, Morris. That is crazy. So when we saying black, it's really talking about the moon. Because where do you see the moon at? When the sky is so-called dark or black. But what does black do? Well, what does it do through the blackness? Shine. So obviously, it's like they're not talking about what the subject is about when we're reading definitions of the words. They put black there, but it meant moon. Yeah, you melanated, all right. You got that moon energy. So here we go. Lucere, right? To shine. Lucina is identified with it, which is why in our country, they invoke Juno Lucina in childbirth. So what who invoke people invoke and stuff? Okay. They invoke stuff still. What is wrong with us? Just as the Greeks call on Diana, the light bearer. Diana has also the name Omnivega, wandering everywhere. Not because of her hunting, but because she is numbered as one of the I don't even got the rest of it. Well, we could look for it. It's crazy. Every time. So what do we do? We go to Diana. None of them. We need the goddess. Oh, right there. Diana goddess. Ooh. Let's see what they were saying about that part. Oh, they cut it very short. They cut it very short. You seen that version I had? That joke was long. Oh, here you go. Is this it? Yeah. All right. Diana as Huntress. This is Crazy Moors, the Huntress, Diana and Artemis. And it's fun. So that was probably the same exact woman. So we were dealing with the end of this one right here, right? She invokes the childbirth. Okay, this is crazy. She wanders everywhere. She is numbered as one of the 7 planets. I knew I had to get this. She was numbered as one of the 7 planets. Her name, Diana, derives from the fact that she turns darkness into daylight, and that means dies, or deus. Deus is dies in ancient Greek. So when you say die, that means turning darkness into light. What are you talking about, Morris? You turn what was dark into light. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Is your eyes, can you see what black light can see? Or are your eyes blind to that? So you wouldn't even know how to see a soul leaving the body anyway. You don't have no black light in your vision. I bring that up for one reason. So she is involved with childbirth because children are born occasionally after 7 Morris, damn, or usually after 9 lunar revolutions. This is crazy. 7. So you got to follow the mothers to even find what that's about. And Omni Vega, that just reminds me like of what Navi was talking about, because she's dealing with a star constellation that's crazy. Velas, I think. And then it's just Omni Vega. This is crazy. Whatever. She'll probably get something out of this. Who knows? Derives from the fact that she turns darkness into light. So dies don't mean turn light into darkness. That means turning darkness into light. Dies. DS. Right? So let's go back to the endless picture gallery.